keeps falling down. I don't know what happened. Not enough gel, I guess. It's an odd conversation that way. It's okay.
I do need
Yeah, absolutely.
We're good? Okay. Hi, good evening, everybody. Happy summer. Almost end to summer. Welcome. Today is Monday, August 21st. Welcome to the Caldwell-West Caldwell regular public meeting happening here at James Caldwell High School. This evening, the board met at approximately 4:30 p.m. here at James Caldwell High School in room 105. James Caldwell High School is located at 145 Westville Avenue in West Caldwell, New Jersey. The purpose of that meeting was to discuss personnel, litigation, miscellaneous, and old business matters. The meeting has been advertised and is in compliance with the Open Public Meeting Act and NJSA 10:4-6, also known as the Sunshine Law. The matters discussed will be made public when confidentiality is no longer required, and formal action pursuant to said discussion shall take place only at a meeting to which the public has been invited. Now, our regular public monthly meeting is happening here at James Caldwell High School and via live stream at approximately 7:04 p.m. We're beginning. The board meeting is streamed live, but all community questions and comments are welcomed here in person in the James Caldwell High School cafeteria. The Caldwell-West Caldwell Board of Education regular public monthly meeting is in compliance with the Open Public Meetings Act and NJSA 10:4-6, also known as the Sunshine Law. Notices have been sent to the Progress, Caldwell, New Jersey, the Star Ledger, Newark, New Jersey, and Tap Into West Essex. Notices have also been posted at the Board of Education Business Office at Harrison School Building, Gray Street, West Caldwell, New Jersey, and have been delivered to the clerks of the Borough of Caldwell and the Township of West Caldwell for posting. Brian, can you please take the roll?
Yes. Ms. DiMartini.
Here.
Mr. Elko.
Here.
Ms. Mack.
Here.
Mr. Diambola. Ms. Grosso.
Here.
So we have 4 voting members present. We have a quorum.
Great. Can everyone please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Brian, do we have any communications?
Yes, actually, we have received a letter from Aiden Liebling, and he is our most recent recipient of the Class-Owned Family Scholarship. And the letter thanked the board, the superintendent, and the school district for the opportunity to win the scholarship. Aiden is going to be attending the University of Wisconsin in Madison starting this fall. So very nice letter.
Great. If anyone's not familiar, Dr. Conklin, please correct me or Brian, but the Clausen Scholarship is a scholarship that's awarded every year to a Washington School graduate. Only Washington School students, you have to have graduated Washington School, are eligible for it. It's based solely on the SAT score. So whatever Washington School student, graduated Washington School, has the highest SAT score in the graduating class of James Caldwell High School gets the scholarship. It's pretty much a full ride to college. Up to how much, Dr. Conklin, do you know off the top of your head?
It's a full scholarship. There is no limit to it, so it's whatever the tuition and room and board is what you get.
Yep. So Dr. Clausen was the principal of Washington School, from what I understand, for many years. And when she passed away, she didn't have any family and left the entirety of her estate to this scholarship. So just for the people here listening, so it's wonderful. So we've had, it's been awarded, is it 4 years, 4 years? It's less than 10 years it's been awarded.
It's our
like
fifth year.
Fifth year. So it's, you know, it's pretty amazing. So that was very nice of Aiden to send that letter, and we wish you best of luck, Aiden, if you're listening or can hear us. Best of luck this year. Okay, we'll go to the superintendent's report.
Nothing specific to report, but just to let the community know, you've probably seen lots of different construction projects going on around the school district at our middle school, at Lincoln School, at Washington School, over here at the high school, and little projects in all of the elementary schools have been going on. So we've been very busy this summer updating the facilities.
Great.
That's it.
President's report. So this is not something that comes easy, but it is with heavy hearts on behalf of the Board of Education. that we share the news of the passing of our beloved tennis coach, James Jack Kloss. As many of you might know, Coach Kloss dedicated almost 3 decades of his life to James Caldwell High School girls tennis program, leaving an enduring mark on our school community. As we mourn the loss of Coach Kloss, let us also celebrate his life and the legacy that he leaves behind. We are forever grateful for the positive influence he had on so many lives and for the memories we shared with him, particularly for our girl athletes who we know need as much support and building up, and Coach Kloss was a very, very big supporter of them, and they truly feel the loss of him. Our thoughts and prayers and deepest sympathies are with Coach's family during this difficult time. May the memories of his enthusiasm, dedication, and kindness bring comfort to us all. That's the President's report. Okay, so let's move on to, let's do approval of minutes, and then we'll move on to some committee reports. Okay, everybody, sounds good? Okay, so can I have a motion to approve the minutes on this evening's agenda?
I'll make a motion.
And do we have a second?
I'll second.
Brian, will you take the roll?
Yes. Ms. DiMartini,
Yes.
Mr. Elko,
Yes.
Ms. Mack,
Yes.
Ms. Grosso.
Yes.
4-0, motion carried.
Okay, so we have definitely been busy. So really, even though it's summer for the kids, the administration and the teacher, everyone's been busy this summer. So we're going to go through some committee reports. We'll start with curriculum, then we'll go to policy, and then we'll end with finance and facilities.
Okay, so the Curriculum and Technology Committee met on July 13th via Google Meet. In attendance were myself, Ms. DiMartini, Ms. Jacobs, Mr. and Ms. Bahudin, Dr. Conklin, and Ms. Jones. We covered a lot of topics, including the James Caldwell High School summer text proposals, field trip proposals that will align with our 2023-2024 curriculum. I believe the list is in the agenda, but we're looking at a minimum of 2 field trips per grade level, but more can be added on as we get into the year. We also discussed the Comprehensive Equity 3-year plan for professional development, and this included partnerships with the YWCA, Montclair State University, We Need to Talk, and our ESL Parent Advisory Committee. We also discussed our elementary SMART support and year-long STEM program, which we'll be piloting at our Title I eligible schools. Also discussed is our New Jersey graduation proficiency assessment results. We're proud to share that 77% of our Caldwell-West Caldwell juniors met or exceeded proficiency standards in math, and 95% of our juniors met or exceeded proficiency standards in ELA. Every fall we put together a comprehensive assessment presentation, and that will be shared at our Board of Education meeting in the upcoming months. Finally, we discussed our Business and Leadership Academy proposal. This program will be housed at the middle school, and really the intention is to give our middle schoolers some exposure to business leadership coursework, so that when they move on to the high school, they are maybe more apt to pursue business coursework and careers in the future. Okay, and that's curriculum.
Thanks, Danielle.
You're welcome.
Okay, let's do
Okay. Policy.
Policy.
Okay. So for the policy committee report on August 15th via Zoom, myself, Mr. Elko, Mr. McCarthy, and Dr. Conklin met to discuss a number of items, including the 2023 to 2024 organizational chart for the district. We also discussed the expansion of sick leave that was approved by Governor Murphy on July 3rd, 2023, which includes the employees' 10 annual sick days that they get, but also allows them to be used for more expanded items such as taking care of family members, having to take care of their children, go to school conferences and things like that. So it's extended for our school staff. Additionally, we also talked about a policy and procedures for a law that was also signed by Governor Murphy of August of last year, which requires all school districts to establish a school threat assessment team at both the district level and within each school. I want to give a lot of credit here to our administration for ensuring that we're doing the best that we can in order to keep all of our children and our staff members safe So the purpose of this team is to provide school teachers, administrators, and other staff with assistance in identifying and supporting students in areas of concerns and ensuring that there's a safe environment for everyone. So thank you to the administration for making sure that we are on top of these things and keeping our schools safe. That was it for policy, yep.
Thanks, Sarah. Okay, and finance and facilities. Chris.
Thank you. Dr. Conklin referenced it already. There's a good amount of construction going on to improve the facilities, including the ongoing construction at Harrison. And when that's done, probably in spring, this coming spring, that'll be a fully functioning standalone school, which is pretty exciting stuff. We also have, well, right over here, I guess the tennis courts are being redone. There was a fun little surprise underneath when we pulled up the tennis court. There was actually, the old tennis courts were under the older tennis courts. No, the older tennis courts were under the old tennis court. So we're pulling out both of those so we can kind of start from scratch and have a much better surface for everyone to play on. That's continuing right now. One of the things that this administration is focused on, that I know as a member of the board I've been really excited about supporting, is a focus on technology and the arts. And you know, you can see they're literally putting their money where their mouth is here. We're continuing to invest in a lot of laptops and Chromebooks to truly be a one-to-one district, which wasn't always the case, but I believe now it is. There's also a good amount of funds devoted to a laser engraver and a 3D printer that will be able to be, the students will be able to have access with and get trained on. We've invested in some cameras for the photography department, as well as several drawing boards, tablets for people to utilize in those departments. And finally, the middle school, we're getting ready to review upgrades for the lighting and the stage. Those, that construction hasn't begun, but those are the bids that we're beginning to look through to try to improve that area as well. That's it.
Great, thank you. Okay, so let's now move on to public comments. This is for agenda items only. Since we're a small group, I'm just going to read our statement once. I assume everyone can abide by the rules, so we don't have to go through it a bunch of times. So right now, this is public comments on the agenda only. Public participation shall be governed by the following. The participant must be recognized by the presiding officer and must preface comments by an announcement of their name and address. Statements are to be limited to 3 minutes duration. Participant may speak no more than once on the same topic until all others who wish to speak on that topic have been heard. All statements shall be directed to the presiding officer. Boards use the public comment period of the meeting as an opportunity to listen to citizen concerns, but not to debate issues or enter into a question and answer session or a cross-examination between the public and individual members. Be aware that not all issues brought before the board this evening will be resolved. Boards may respond to the public comment by seeking additional information or by delegating the authority to investigate the issue to the superintendent or his designee. The presiding officer may interrupt, warn, and or terminate a participant's comments if it exceeds the allotted time or is objectively obscene. Participants may be civilly liable for any obscene, defamatory, or slanderous statements made during public comment. So at this point, would anybody like to get up and comment on agenda items only, Liz?
Hi, Liz Hart, 149 Ravine Ave. Hope everyone has had a good summer so far. My question is with regard to the mentoring plan that was listed within the agenda. So I wanted to know, number one, about how many mentors there are amongst the teachers. Is that a number that we're able to share or no?
It's
Dr.
in the
Conklin.
agenda.
How many teachers?
Yeah, how many mentors are hired? It's in the agenda. It's under personnel.
It is? Okay. It wasn't in the online, so I don't know.
That's after the board approves, you'll see.
Okay. Is it like
board approved-
100 or is it
No, it's
20?
like five or six.
Okay,
If they're
okay.
listed in the agenda, it'll show them as soon as the board approves the personnel. And that stays private until they approve it, and then it becomes public on the website.
Okay, perfect. So there's 5, and then when I was reading through the plan, it says that the mentees are responsible for the payment to the mentors. And so I'm wondering why we would expect the mentees who are probably new teachers or probably coming in at a lower salary, that even though it's only about $550 or whatever it was, $1,000 depending on the level of mentorship, that it still seems like, money that I guess my question is, why should a new teacher have to pay that in order to get mentorship from, our great teachers that we have? It also talked about how the Danielson framework is how the teachers are evaluated, and that the mentorship program is basically based on that. So just like outside in, it's like, wow, these new teachers seem like they may be at a disadvantage if they don't take advantage of the mentorship program, but at the same time, it's, $550 to $1,000 might be a lot for a new teacher, so.
State regulations require that each new teacher has a mentor and that they pay their mentor. The schools can't be involved.
The schools they can't be involved at all?
The teachers have to pay for that.
Wow, okay, and they can't, there's no such grant or anything?
Regulation.
And that's a New Jersey state regulation? Okay. That's a bummer. Okay. Okay.
I agree.
Yeah.
State legislators should change that. I
Oh my gosh.
wholeheartedly agree.
That's okay. All right. Well, that's interesting. I should have asked that question first. So thanks. All right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Liz.
Anyone else? Agenda items only, just at this point in time. Good? Okay? Okay. All right, so then let's move on. I just want to get my place back to where we are. Okay, so let's start with curriculum and technology. Sorry, Dan, just
No,
take your time.
all good.
We were
Okay.
writing.
All right, upon the recommendation of the superintendent in schools, motion to approve items A through O under curriculum and technology on this evening's agenda.
Great, and can I have a second, please?
I'll second.
Brian, can you take the roll?
Yes. Ms. DiMartini,
Yes.
Mr. Elko,
Yes.
Ms. Mack,
Yes.
Ms. Grosso.
Yes, but I abstain from H.
Okay, 4-0 with that abstention, motion carried.
Great. Next is going to be personnel.
Upon the recommendation of the superintendent of schools, a motion to approve items A through R under certificated and items A through E under non-certificated under personnel on this evening's agenda.
Great, and can I have a second, please?
I'll second.
Thank you. Brian, will you take the roll when you're ready, please?
Yes. Ms. DiMartini,
Yes.
Mr. Elko,
Yes.
Ms. Mack,
Yes.
Ms. Grosso.
Yes.
4-0, motion carried.
Great, and then next, finance and facilities?
Motion to approve minutes, no. Motion to approve items A through M under finance and item A under facilities on this evening's agenda.
Yep, and can I have a second, please?
I'll second.
Brian, will you please take the roll?
Yes. Ms. DiMartini,
Yes.
Mr. Elko,
Yes.
Ms. Mack,
Yes.
Ms. Grosso.
Yes.
4-0, motion carried.
And then finally, policy?
Upon the recommendation of the superintendent of schools, motions to approve items A and B under policy on this evening's agenda.
Great, and can I have a second, please?
I'll second.
And Brian, if you would please take the roll.
Ms. DiMartini,
Yes.
Mr. Elko,
Yes.
Ms. Mack,
Yes.
Ms. Grosso.
Yes.
4-0, motion carried.
Great. Okay, so finally, we'll move into public comments. This can be anything that anyone has in mind and they'd like to address the board on this evening. Not yet, nothing? Going once, going twice? Okay. All right. Well, if that's the case, I'm gonna ask for a motion for the board to exit public hearing and enter executive session in room 105 at approximately 7:22 p.m. Can I have a motion?
I'll make the motion.
And a second?
I'll second.
Great. Brian, can you take the roll?
All in favor, aye.
Aye.
All against, nay. Abstentions?
Abstain.
Get out of here.
You didn't do that. 4-0, motion carried.
Thank you. Everybody, our next meeting is September 18th. No, where are we at the
Yes.
18th? Here.
Harrison is going to be not used for board meetings for the next several months, most likely. What the plan is to be going around to the different schools as well. We actually set up every school to be able to post this on YouTube, so we're going to like to try to visit all the schools throughout the school year.
So the 18th will be here, and then we'll preview our next location. We'll be the traveling band. Everyone will come with us. Here we go. Yeah. But everyone have a great evening. Okay, enjoy the rest of what's left of summer. Thank you.